Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the last quarter of 2023, October, November, and December. Okay, so your spirit animal that's coming out for you to represent this time is the frog, which is a very spiritual mediumship, totally connected to source animal. Okay, frog spirits oftentimes come out for people who are deeply spiritual, witches, shamans, people who have a lot of psychic abilities. Okay, beautiful animal that can exist both on land and in water, in those two realms, similar to how a medium, a shaman, or someone super connected to source can exist deeply in the physical, seeing all of the magic of Mother Earth and being in that, while also being deeply in the spiritual realms and understanding that as well. So we are seeing this spirit animal come through as a guide for this final quarter of 2023, because you're kind of gonna be living in these two worlds. Okay, so, and also for some of you, you may find yourself at the border of something in two different worlds this last quarter, and I don't know what that means. The only example that's coming to my mind, for example, is like a kid whose parents are divorced and they go from like different household, and both households are cool, fun, whatever, but it's like totally different experience that they get to enjoy and split their time up with. So I don't know, there may be a duality here. Some of you may have two different jobs. Even if you're like an artist person, you may have two completely distinctual styles in your art that you dive into, two different mindsets, two different personalities almost, it feels like. I'm getting a lot of Gemini energy with the twins as well coming through. You may have Gemini strongly in your chart somewhere, some of you guys watching. So yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing a duality and the frog spirit is helping you live in that duality beautifully and thrive by being in the middle, of course. So the spiritual theme and lesson that's coming out for you is actually the owl spirit in reversed here, and I'm gonna read what this means straight from the book, because the owl spirit, when these cards come out in reversed, there is a medicine, a healing that they're trying to give you. So here's the medicine of the owl. Owl guards against self-deception and insists that your motives be pure and transparent to all. What is the message that you are not hearing? The situation that you are not seeing with clarity? Owl invites you to wait patiently. This is Luna. Bide your time until it is right to act. Then do so decisively with no hesitation or remorse. So if you find yourself sort of in the middle of two decisions, two paths, let that be known to anyone involved here. And once you make your decision, be very clear about that decision. You know, don't leave any loose ends, anything up in the air. Make it very final, very clear, very specific. I am seeing, Leo, a lot of you are toying with two distinctly different life paths, or maybe even partners if you are dating and getting to know people. You know, there may be two really good options and you're like, oh man, I gotta choose. Or just something along those lines. You know, whatever situation you find yourself in, use your intuition to see what this is talking about. And Spirit's asking you to be very, very clear with anyone involved as you go through this journey about like what you're going through. And once you make that decision, make it so clear so that there's no room for misinterpretation. First card out, we're going to do 9 tarot cards, by the way, from the Light Seers deck, and each card we're going to clarify with another card from the After Tarot. So first card out is the Ace of Swords, which ironically is the card of decisiveness and choosing a new path very clearly. And this is clarified by the 10 of Wands. Wow. Yeah, well, I feel like the reason why you're being asked to choose in the first place is because living in this duality may prove to be a bit exhausting for you, okay? It may prove to just be a lot of responsibility on your plate. I don't know how else to describe it. It's weird because I don't know what we're talking about, but these messages are coming through very clearly. This is a situation where you're really gonna have to listen to your intuition. And if you want to share in the comment section, tell me what the heck we're talking about. What is this duality for you? What are these two life paths that you're toying with, playing around in your mind with, like, that you're kind of contemplating which is the right one for me, you know? I definitely see quite soon, actually, probably in the beginning of October or around the time that you're watching this, you making a clear-cut decision. Second card out for you, Death and Rebirth reversed, clarified by the Six of Swords, okay? So, yeah, further clarification on what we just said here. You are deciding to kind of put one path to rest, one idea to rest, so that way you can focus a lot more clearly and a lot more of your time and energy on the path that brings you more peace and stability, okay? And for example, like, there's a lot of examples we can use for this, but one example may be, like, if you have a lot of people in your life right now, a lot of friends, partners, family, whatever, you know, you may not have enough time to give every single person equal time and energy and effort, but there may be a select few people who are really there for you, really show their love and appreciation, and who support you the most. And you want to create more space in your life to focus on those relationships and really nurture them. But in order to do that, you do have to let go of other relationships or responsibilities because you simply don't have enough time. You know, your heart may be unlimited, but your time is not unlimited, unfortunately. And so with Death and Rebirth being in reversed, I feel like at the time that you're watching this, or at least in the beginning of October, you still may be unclear about what to let go of, or you haven't done it yet, but you know, it may be becoming clearer for you. And, you know, this ending will bring about a new beginning that allows you to focus on your peace, your love, and your creativity much more strongly. Third card out for you is the Eight of Swords in reversed, clarified by the King of Swords. Again, with this duality of, like, not knowing and then you're very clear-minded. Yeah. So, I don't know. There's a lot of sword energy here for you. You may be dealing with a lot of air signs, by the way, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You don't have to be. And we were just picking up on Gemini energy earlier as well. You're in a Gemini energy where you're like, you're able to simultaneously see yourself in two different realities, with two different people or two different career paths, or like going this way, going that way. Just don't allow your ability to psychically perceive each and every future path that's available to you as something that makes you not choose in the present moment or not live in the present moment, okay? What you need to do is kind of stop overly focusing on the future and do what feels right intuitively right here in the present moment. Live life right here in the present moment. And if you follow your intuition, it will lead you to the happiest path for you, the most successful path for you. And you're being asked to kind of get out of that overthinking and be a lot clearer with yourself and the people around you. You know, share what you're going through, what's on your mind. And honestly, some decisiveness will bring about so much peace for you. I do want to say that. So if you're struggling with anxiety of just all the different future possibilities, I feel like once you decide, you will feel so much more peace. And so don't delay that decision, is what I want to say, for too long. And just talk to people about what you're going through, because they can offer some clarity, I think. Second row out for you, fourth card is Strength reversed, which is literally the card about talking about what you're going through and the struggles on your mind and opening up. It's clarified by the Queen of Cups, which is someone who's emotionally available, open, and very receptive to the emotions of others, as well as the emotions of herself. And so I am seeing a lot of talking taking place for you at this time, opening up, sharing with others just your genuine thoughts and feelings here. I keep coming back to that message, you know, being vulnerable about the struggles that you're going through, or even like the sweeter feelings that you may have for people, letting them know how much you appreciate them, and being very open. I feel like your walls are coming down emotionally, and you're getting closer with the people around you. But because of that, it's like, you know, you can't be close with everyone. You simply cannot. You cannot, you know, if you have like a best friend or a relationship, a partnership, right? These are people who you most likely see more than once a week. Like I said, your time is not unlimited. You can't like unlimitedly do everything all at once. So that's why Spirit's saying when you become a bit more selective and decisive, you'll find yourself a lot less overwhelmed. You'll find yourself experiencing more peace, and the quality of the relationships that you do choose will increase as a result. So I'm seeing that for you, okay? Center of your spread, 3 of Swords upright. This is really weird because this same card came out for Taurus in reversed in the same spot though. And it is clarified by the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, guys. And, you know, 4 of Pentacles represents holding on, not wanting to make a decision. And this is coming out right underneath death and rebirth in reversed. So, guys, like, this is like, I don't know what is going on in your life. Okay, I'm not a Leo. I don't have, well, I do have a strong Leo placement. I believe my Mercury is in Leo, but like this, I don't know what we're talking about here. You know what we're talking about because you know your life. This message keeps coming through of like, once you make a decision and let some things go, even if you want them to stay, but you don't have enough time to focus on them, I am telling you, you will feel better. You will feel much lighter and freer, okay? And Spirit, for some reason, is really advising you to do this at this time. Bide your time until it is right to act. That's what the owl was saying in reversed, okay? If you can't make a decision right now, bide your time, but really don't delay it for too long. Be very decisive, no hesitation, no loose ends, no remorse. That is what the owl spirit is saying for you. So if you are ending something, make it a clean break, not any like, oh, well, it might work out in the future, we might do this in the future, you know, let's just keep an open mind. No, clean break, dead, done, over with sort of energy. It will be very peaceful for you, as opposed to where you make a not so clean, not so decisive, wishy-washy ending that may actually be perceived by the other person not as an ending, but just as you expressing your feelings. So I don't know, I'm not saying this is going to be an ending with people. I'm just using this as an example, but it could totally be an ending with people, you know, breaking things off with people. I feel like you are holding on at the time that you're watching, or at least in the beginning of this final quarter, and that is causing you some overwhelming feelings, not knowing what to do, because your intuition is guiding you to sort of make more space in your life. So 6th card out is the Queen of Wands in reversed, clarified by the 6 of Wands. Okay. It's interesting how kind of similar your reading is to Taurus's reading. So if you do have any significant Taurus placements, you might want to watch that as well. But I am seeing your own personal success trying to come forward this final quarter, which means like the goals that you have in place for yourself. I can see that as achieving a lot more momentum during these final months. Hi, Luna. But you know what? I think Luna is a Leo rising. Yes, I did look up my cat's natal chart. So maybe that's why she was here. Also, this is her card. Okay, Queen of Wands. There she is. All right. She is the Queen of Wands. Where was I going with this? Oh my gosh. I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, you're being asked to kind of not only give more time and energy to the people and situations that are consistently here for you and good for you, but also to yourself and your own goals. And again, right now, I feel like you are feeling a little overwhelmed, like there's a little bit too much on your plate. And again, like the Spirit wants to clarify, these feelings will keep going until you decisively decide to let someone or something go, or multiple things go. Okay, so I am seeing a clearing of your energy will bring you more success. This Queen of Wands in reverse, first off, Queen of Wands is your card. This is you. This is the energy that you embody upright, right? When it's in reverse, you know, you're out of sorts. And this is when it comes to like growing in your goals and growing as a person. You may be at a short break with that right now, or things may feel a little bit stagnant when it comes to your personal momentum in life. And again, the reason for that is because, you know, being too caught up in your mind, too anxious to make decisions. And Spirit is saying, you know, when you make decisions, when you release energy from your personal aura field, your life, you know, new energy can come in and that flow will return. But you need to be decisive and let things go. Okay. Final row out for you. 7th card is the 7 of Swords upright, clarified by the Magician. Yeah, guys, I feel like this 7 of Swords isn't talking about someone else. I feel like it's talking about you. All right. You need to make your feelings, your motives, and your intentions very, very clear to everyone in your life, because there is a danger here of you really taking someone by surprise, you know, and Spirit doesn't want you to accrue any bad karma, you know. If you are questioning a relationship or struggling with someone or something, you know, open up about it. When you don't let people in on what's going on in your life, it honestly is annoying for the other people, you know, and I've had this happen personally, where I thought someone was a really close friend of mine, a best friend of mine, or even like a partner of mine. And then I would find out like weeks, months later, something huge had happened in their life that they never told me about. And, you know, in their mind, their justification is, well, I don't want to burden you with this. Like, I don't want to make my problems your problems. But honestly, that type of behavior makes me want to, like, I don't want to say it makes me lose respect for that person, but it makes me want to not be as close with them, because you know what? I share everything. I want to share everything with you. I want to be open with you. I want to be authentic. I want to be true. And if that's not reciprocated, I don't feel comfortable. You know, I'm not going to share the personal, intimate details of my life when you're hiding. And you know what? It doesn't make you a bad person for hiding those things, but it does put a wall between you and the people around you. And Leo, I really do see amazing people in your life right now. I feel it very strongly, very intuitively. There are amazing people in your life right now who are stable, who offer that peace, that consistency, that support that you want. But if you don't open up to them and let them know everything that's going on in your mind, you are really driving a wedge in those relationships. If you're feeling too overwhelmed with all the things going on in your life that you forget to tell people things and keep them in your life, keep them involved, you know, again, that drives a wedge in your relationship. Actually, my last relationship that failed, that was beautiful, beautiful relationship. I thought it was going to go really far, you know, rest of my life type of relationship. It ended because of that. The other person had so much going on in their life. They were so busy, so much mentally going on in their life. They did not tell me very important details that they should have told me. And I ended things because I'm like, I'm not doing this. You know, if you're too busy to, you know, respect the relationship and, you know, consistently be there and consistently show up and communicate, like, I'm not bothering. I'm not going to wait around for you to get your life together. I'm sorry. I'm not that patient. All right. And I don't know. I'm telling you this because I feel like Spirit really wants you to open up to the people around you, because they want you to open up to them. And this is clarified by the Magician here, which to me is saying like, there's a lot of wish fulfillments that is available to you in this final quarter of 2023. You know, your goals can take off a bit, but like you need to clear the plate up, you know, like your plate of your attention. It's a little bit full right now. There's too much going on in your mind and your reality, too many responsibilities. And even just talking to someone can kind of like release some of that overwhelming feeling, that anxiety, but also allowing things to end. We'll do that as well, allowing things to come to a close, so that way you can give more of your attention towards the things that you prioritize the most or that you feel the most passionate about, okay? 8th card out for you is the 2 of Pentacles, clarified by the Knight of Cups. We're seeing a beautiful balance, give and take energy in your relationships and your creative projects, okay? I think you will successfully do this, okay? You will successfully clear your plate and be able to offer a really genuine effort towards your own creative projects and personal goals and the people closest to you who you feel the most passionate about, who is the biggest support for you, who is there for you, you know? I feel like, again, this is very similar to Taurus. So this might be going on in the collective, but there's like a release of anything in our attention field, our energy, any commitment, any responsibility that we have that's is not consistent, stable, or passionate, or like we're just not into it for whatever reason. That is what you're being asked to remove from your life at this time, because the things that you are passionate about, the things you do want to grow in your life, they need more of you, you know? So that's what I'm seeing here. All right. Some of you may actually be changing your job or your life in order to give your children more time and attention. I am seeing that as well. You know, wanting to spend more time, attention with family, with children, and you may actually be sacrificing something to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing some sacrifices here. And it doesn't feel easy, like an easy decision, because I feel like there's not necessarily a toxic element in the things that you're letting go. You know, they're very normal, average, whatever, things that you're releasing, which makes it harder because it's like, you know, I can see a future path in which I stay and keep this thing in my life. You can see that very easily, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes there's no logical reason to let something go, but if we're just overwhelmed and we have too much going on, and we like everything in our life, we have to choose the things that are, you know, the weakest, or I guess, you know, the least passionate or whatever, even though we do like it. You know, you have to let go of like your weakest members, your weakest links, your weakest things going on in order to make more room for the strongest. So I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting here. And it's nature. It happens in nature all the time. This is an awful example, but I was just thinking about how sometimes when there's a lack of resources, mothers will kill off the weakest baby in order to, you know, ensure a higher survival rate for the litter. So I don't know. That just came to my mind. I'm not telling you to kill anyone, guys. All right, let's get that clear. This is just an example of how this is natural. Okay, this happens in Mama Earth. But yeah, so moving on. Final card out for you, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yes, this is clarity for me. It's like this thing that you're letting go of, it could have grown and been something for you, but it's like, you know, a false start, letting it go so that you can focus more of your time, energy on other things. And it's clarified by the Nine of Swords reversed. So yeah, guys, this decision will not be easy, but I promise you, once you make it, your life will become so much more peaceful. You'll be so happy you made this decision. Okay, as you're kind of contemplating and mulling this over, be very open about what you're going through with every single person, even if it's a person directly involved, okay, that you think you might cut off. You know, be open with them. Be like, hey, like, I don't think I have that much time and energy in my life to give to you. You know, I feel like the owl spirit wants you to do that, wants to be truthful, honest, and, you know, see your life with clarity and be clear with others, okay? But I promise you, more success will come in for you. Your relationships that you choose to keep, your projects you choose to keep, your goals that you choose to keep will get sweeter. There will be more momentum. And this final quarter of the year has a lot of potential to grow and build and turn into something amazing here. However, you really need to stop spreading yourself so thin, okay? And the choice is yours. Some of you may not even choose to let anything go. And if you do choose that, I assure you, your current reality where you're at watching this video will just continue. You know, there won't be no magical overnight success if you keep doing what you're doing right now, okay? So I'm just saying. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I would highly recommend watching for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this quarter. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my Goddess Energy Intention Oil there and my spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.